Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make this super cute pumpkin with legs. He's fairly quick and easy to make. So what you'll need is super bulky or super chunky yarn in orange and brown, a size 5mm crochet hook, safety eyes, stuffing, stitch marker, scissors, and a darning needle. I also use embroidery thread for the mouth and a piece of white yarn to underline the eyes. To start, we're going to single crochet 6 into the magic ring. In round 2, we're going to increase in each stitch, so 2 single crochet in each stitch, and by the end you should have 12. For round 3, you're going to single crochet 1 and then do an increase, and repeat this 6 times. For round 4, we're going to single crochet 2 and then do an increase, and again repeat this step 6 times, and by the end you should have 24. For round 5, you're going to single crochet 3 and then do an increase and repeat 6 times. For round 6 to 11, you're just going to single crochet around, so that's 6 rounds. I am going to do the first one with you, then I'll meet you at the end of round 11. Okay, so here we are at round 11. You should have done 6 rounds of just single crochet, and the next few rounds we're going to do some decreases. Now for round 12, you're going to single crochet 3 and then do a decrease, and repeat this step 6 times. When you're done with round 12, you can place your stitch marker and remove your hook, because now we're going to place the eyes. I like to place them between rounds 7 and 8 in about 5 or 6 stitches apart. For round 13, we're going to single crochet 2 and then do a decrease and repeat 6 times. You should have 18 stitches by the end. Now, after placing your stitch marker, you can take off your hook and we can start stuffing. And now for round 14, you're going to single crochet 1 and then do a decrease and repeat this again 6 times. And I'm just gonna add a little more stuffing so it's like extra firm. And now for our last round, you're just going to decrease all around and you should have 6 stitches by the end. Okay, now that we're finished, you can cut your yarn and make sure to leave a pretty big tail because now we're going to make the ridges of the pumpkin. And before we start doing our ridges, we have to close up our hole. So I just use the tail and go in through each of the front loops of each of the 6 stitches that are left. Once you've gone through the last stitch, then you can just squeeze the tail and it should close the hole right up. Okay, so to make the ridges of the pumpkin, I'm just going to use the long tail that we left and go through the bottom, right up back to the top where you started. And make sure to place it where exactly you want your ridges to be. So going in through the bottom and try to attempt to get right back where you started. And pull tight, but not too tight because it could break. So here's your first little ridge. And then to make the next one, you do the same thing and go through the bottom and back to the top. And you just repeat this as many times as you want, how many ridges you'd like. So I just wanted like 4 ridges, so I just repeated the step 4 times until it looked how I wanted it to. But you could do less or you could do more, whatever you want to do, it's fine. So once you've finished doing the ridges, you can just tuck in your yarn, cut off the tail, and then I just tuck it in after. Before we start the legs or the tail, I just want to make the facial features first. So I use this black embroidery thread and I just go from the top or the side kind of, and right between the eyes, and then like a couple stitches apart, and then I go down and then loop it back through. That's how I make the little mouth, and then go back right where you started. And if that's how you like it, you can just tie the tails together and cut off the extra and tuck it in. Now for the little under eye details, I just use a lighter weight yarn and I try to go as close as to the eye as I can on each side. And I try to tuck it in a little bit under the eye so it doesn't move around. And then you can just weave it right back where you started. And again, tie the ends together, and then you can just cut off the extra and tuck it in. And do the same on each side. Now for the legs, you're going to make 2, and for the first round you're going to single crochet 5 into the magic ring. For round 2, you're just going to increase in each stitch, so 2 single crochet in each stitch. For round 3, you're just going to single crochet around your 10 stitches. Now for round 4, we're going to be doing front loops only. We're going to start by single crocheting 1. And then we're going to do 4 decreases. So here's 1. 2. 3. And 4. And now you can just do one more single crochet. And now I'm just gonna add a little stuffing to the bottom of the foot, but do not stuff anymore, just so the bottom is like firm. And now for the next 2 rounds, just single crochet around. Okay, you can remove the stitch marker now, and you're just gonna single crochet across like this, so going through both of the loops on each side. And I do this like 3 times. And then it'll be easier to sew on later. And then you can cut your tail and just leave a little room so you can sew it on. For the stem in round 1, you're going to single crochet 5 into the magic ring. Now for the next 2 rounds, you're just going to single crochet around. Now we can fasten off and cut a tail, just making sure it's long enough to sew on the top. And I just like to tuck in the tail end that we started with, just to get it out of the way, and you can use it as stuffing. Now for the assembly, we're going to start with the stem, and I just sew it directly in the middle. And I go through both loops. And I'll repeat this 5 times until it's completely sewn on. So now that's sewn on, I'm just going to weave in the ends. I'll just cut off the extra and then just tuck it in. And now we can start sewing on the little legs. So I like to sew them on like 4 or 5 stitches away from like the eyes, and I just like to make him look like he's like sitting, so it's like really near the bottom. And again, I'll just go through both loops. And then just continue on until he's all sewn on. And then I'll just weave in this end, but I'm not going to cut it off just yet because I like to tie them together after I do the second leg. And same with this leg. I'm just gonna go through both loops and just make it look like he's like sitting on them, kind of. And I'm just going to weave in the end right where the first leg end was. And I just like to tie them together so they're more secure. And then you just cut them off and tuck them in. And there's your little pumpkin guy. I hope you like this tutorial, and please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will have more videos like this coming soon. Thank you so much for watching.